Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Sari Izzati binti Sardi, meeting number 280491. Now I will present about case study 3, Mr. DIY, the Malaysian sweetheart. Okay, now let's start with executive summary about the case. Mr. DIY, a Malaysian home improvement retailer founded by Tan Yu and Tan Yu Wei in 2005. Notwithstanding its yearly success, the business had to deal with various issues like declining income, increased competition as a result of e-commerce and strategic decision making. In 2018, Mr. DIY expanded business into e-commerce to adapt with current situation and also invested in robotic warehouse. But finding a balance between offline and online tactics proved difficulties, and this led to worries about how to maintain growth in the face of strong competition and shifting consumer trends. To address the challenges confronting Mr. DIY, several strategic solutions introduced. Statement of problem. In the case of Mr. DIY, I found out 4 main problems that should be discussed further. The first one is declining in financial performance. The company's decreasing net profit and the continuous decline in the ratio of earning before interest, taxes, depreciation and amortization as a percentage of sales indicate a substantial financial challenge. Increasing in labor, logistics and purchasing costs, one of troubling factor for UA, impacting the company's profitability and competitiveness. The second problem is intensifying competition. Rising competition from e-commerce platforms and the emergence of foreign competitors, particularly those offering premium goods and service at reasonable prices, pose a significant risk to Mr. DIY market dominance. Next is about strategic decision making that divided into two, which are the first one about the dilemma between prioritize a low price approach to remain competitive versus maintaining profit margin, and the second one is about the consideration of international expansion, particularly into market with different dynamic, present uncertainty about whether Mr. DIY's successful business model in Malaysia can be replicated as well. The last problem that I identified is about balancing offline and online presence. As consumer behavior shifts towards online shopping, finding a balance between the brick-and-mortar stores and the e-commerce platform without compromising the success of either channel is a pressing issue. Causes of the problem that I identified previously. The first one is in terms of Mr. DIY operational costs that rise in labor, logistics and purchasing impacted profit margin. Is also affected by pandemic impact. The COVID-19 pandemic disrupted business operation, leading to a decline in revenue due to a movement restriction. Next causes of problem and intensifying competition is market dynamic. Increased competition both locally and internationally intensified due to the rise of e-commerce and changing consumer preference. For the problem of strategic decision making, the causes are low price strategy and also international expansion challenges. Mr. DIY strategy that want to sell their product at the lowest price is challenging due to rising costs in more areas, and also the question of replicating the successful business model encourage market risk uncertainty and potential risk for the company's growth trajectory. In the case of Mr. DIY, I use SWOT analysis as a tool to analyze the case. The first one is diverse product range, which is offering over 18,000 items to fulfill different customer needs. Embracing digitalization, Mr. DIY do an investment in e-commerce and a robotic warehouse. Large market presence, Mr. DIY has a significant physical footprint, which they have over 1,000 stores in Malaysia and expanding internationally. Next is weaknesses, which are the first one, low online sales share. Online sales represent less than 1% of overall revenue, indicating a potential lag in e-commerce strategy. Profit margin pressure. Prioritize low price might compromise profit margin. E-commerce challenges. Mr. DIY struggle with integrate and optimize its e-commerce operation. For opportunities, global expansion. International market provide growth opportunities, especially in emerging economies like Turkey, if we manage effectively. Consumer behavior shift. increased online shopping habits post-pandemic that balance offline-online retail strategy. E-commerce growth, it was a chance to increase market share and adapt to changing consumer habits. Threats, balancing online-offline strategy, finding the right equilibrium between physical store and online presence, intensified competition, entry of foreign competitors offering premium goods at competitive price pose a threat to Mr. DIY market share. And the last one is about economic challenges. Global economic problem, inflation and cost increases pose threat to maintaining competitive pricing. Decision criteria. The first one, impact on profitability, which we want to measure the potential increase in profit margin or reduction in cost. Competitive advantage, measure the potential of each solution to establish a competitive edge. Profitability versus market share, assess the trade-off between maintaining profit margin and gaining market share. Feasibility and scalability, evaluate how easily the solution can be implemented and scaled across different markets. And the last one, data-driven decision. Measure the effectiveness of data-driven decision in optimizing both online and offline operations. Alternative solution. Cost optimization. Conduct a thorough review of operational expense to identify areas for cost cutting without compromise product quality or customer experience. Differentiation strategy. Focus on unique product offering, exclusive deal or exceptional customer service to distinguish Mr. DIY from competitors. Hybrid pricing strategy. Develop a balanced pricing strategy that maintains competitive prices while ensuring sustainable profit margin. Market research and testing. Conduct through market research and pilot testing of the e-commerce expansion and international venture before full-scale implementation. And the last one, analytic and data utilizations. Utilize data analytics to understand customer behavior, preferences, and purchasing patterns across online and offline platforms to tailor strategies accordingly. Okay, the last part, recommended solution implementation and justification. For the first one, alternative solution is cost optimization. This should be the first priority. Why I am choosing this solution? Because it is one alternative that helps to stabilize the financial health of Mr. DIY. This can involve renegotiating contracts, streamlining process, or finding more cost-effective solution. They can then identify areas for improvement and execute cost cutting. Next, analytic and data utilizations. It's important to understand customer behavior. The train insight into customer preferences and purchasing patterns across online and offline platforms will enable Mr. DIY to tailor its strategies effectively by investing in robust data analytic tools or software that can detail and analyze customer data from various touchpoints. We can implement this insight in marketing, product development, and customer service strategies. Market research and testing. These strategies help mitigate risks associated with expansion. This can be implemented by formulating a dedicated team to conduct extensive market research in target region for e-commerce expansion and international venture. Pilot test the strategies to evaluate their viability and reception before committing significant resources. Next, differentiation strategy is to distinguish Mr. DIY from competitors by developing a strategic plan based on the insight gained from analytic and market research. Ensure this initiative align with the company's core values and meet with the target audience. And lastly, it's about hybrid pricing strategy that want to ensure that Mr. DIY maintains its competitive prices and sustainable profit margin by analyzing the cost structure, customer behavior data, and market positioning to set price that balance competitiveness and profitability. Continuously monitor and adjust pricing strategy based on market responses and cost consideration. That's all for me. Thank you.